like they did the top five.
Every day there's an argument on Twitter of starters, top five teams in some sport or something.
Let me quickly ask you this, though. Because I saw a lot of people, college fans came out and said top 5 college quarterbacks of all time. And I saw a lot of people push back and say Tim Tebow did not need to be on that list. Do you think that is blasphemous?
Oh, well, see, you were talking about quarterbacks. We were talking about wide receivers.
No. But I saw that.
He slightly changed
college quarterbacks, Tebow has to be on the list.
He has to be on there. Don't you? Yeah.
No matter what you feel about him.
Do you think Joe Burrow should be on there after what he just did this past season?
It was a good season.
He set the record. Set the record, and went first team to go 15-0. Set the record for touchdown passes and Heisman.
I'd have to look at the 4 before I'd move him. Joe Montana had a great
and national championship.
I'd have to look at them all.
I don't know. I just saw that there were people literally arguing. We're going to stick with the wide receivers, but literally arguing that Tim Tebow did not deserve to be on there. And I was like, I don't. Are you?
Well, I would just have to do some research.
Is he the only one that's won 2?
2 Heismans
and 2 championships is what I'm talking about. Is he the only one that's won 2 titles?
Yeah. I'm not sure. Because a lot of people were saying you can thank I can't
Cam
remember
left because of him.
Yeah, and they were putting Cam Newton on the top 5 quarterbacks in college, and I'm like, wait a minute, Cam Newton
had to leave because of Tebow. How could he be ranked above Tebow?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like they would have lists where Cam Newton was on there and Tim Tebow wasn't, and I'm sitting there literally saying, I don't understand. How can you say that he got beat, Like Cam Newton couldn't beat out.
Did you read that?
He couldn't beat out Tim Tebow. So to me, though, the 2 that are staples on there for college that you can't take off. To me, it's Tim Tebow and it's Vince Young. Those 2, and then you can argue everybody else. But to me, it's Tim Tebow and Vince Young, because Vince Young single-handedly beat that USC team.
Only one player. I'm gonna give you a college quarterback in NFL in college history, Hunter.
Yeah.
Has won 2 Walter Payton Awards, 2 national championships, and is undefeated against all the quarterbacks in NFL history with top 10 playoff wins. Armani Edwards. Hey, how about them Appalachian State Mountaineers? Where's he at? Where's? Oh, I've got my Richie Williams jersey, not my Armani. Here's my Richie jersey. Armani Edwards. 2 national championships, 2 players of the years, and he beat Joe Flacco in the national championship game. Joe Flacco has beat Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, and Ben Roethlisberger all 3 times. I mean, 2 times. He's 10th most all time in NFL history and playoff wins, and Armani Edwards beat him.
And he went to the big house and beat Chad Henne and Mike Hart, I believe it was, right? Am I right about that? Michigan.
It was Henne, I think.
I believe it was.
I think it was.
One quarterback that I will bring up that in my day was I loved to watch him and I hated Florida State was Charlie Ward. Do you remember Charlie Ward, Kevin?
Yeah, we actually brought him up the other day in one of our podcasts. It might have been this week I brought Charlie Ward up, or it might have been the last Saturday.
He could have went 1.
I think it was Saturday I brought it up. The fact that Ward in today's game would get a shot at somewhere, whether it's XFL or 3rd or 4th round. And back then, he ended up he wasn't a better basketball player than he was a football player.
No means at all.
Nobody ever thought Charlie Ward should dang sure. He made a great choice going to basketball.
He was awesome quarterback. Awesome. I would say Tim Tebow, Vince Young, Charlie Ward, and then 4, you could have whoever you want.
I'm putting Joey Burrow.
Yeah, it's a great stats. Tommy Frazier, you'd never remember him. He was pretty awesome for Nebraska back in the 90s.
Because it's so recent, no one will think about it.
Yeah.
But he's the first quarterback to be on a 15-0 team. He won the Heisman. He won the national championship against who a lot of people thought was the best team in the country for the longest time in Clemson, who had just won it the year before. Not only that, he set the record for most touchdowns passed in a season.
He was talking about Nebraska quarterback. I'm listening to you too, but that was Tommy Frazier.
Yeah, he brought up Tommy Frazier. He thinks 1 too. I Googled most national titles by a quarterback trying to find it. Squeaky, I tell you what, since you're watching and listen, see if you can figure out make sure so I ain't just sitting here doing this on air all the time. If you don't mind. quarterbacks has won more than one national title in college, and it's not that many. It's
No.
Tebow,
No,
maybe
Don't
Tommy
forget,
Frazier,
I'm thinking Tommy
Very
Frazier.
rarely does that happen.
and don't hate on Armani. Bunch
Yeah,
of haters
and
around
don't
here.
forget Tommy Frazier had a really good running back that actually went to jail later. What was his name?
Lawrence Phillips.
Lawrence Phillips. So he was taking a lot of pressure off of him. So
Lawrence Phillips was a
stud.
stud running back.
He's huge.
Trying to.
He was like a
He was a
bigger Eddie
Derrick Henry
George.
type.
Yeah,
player.
Eddie
Derrick
George.
Henry
Yeah,
type. He was a big
exactly
boy.
right.
But he can fly.
So we've done that. We can go back
All
to the
right,
wide
do your
receivers.
wide receivers. Now. All
Do
right,
your wide receivers.
I'm gonna name the
What is it?
three,
We're
and
just
then there's
doing
an
that-
Well,
Are we doing because